I talked to people who went to the Post Malone Jelly Roll last night in Toronto.
Mm.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, I just went with my husband, and they didn't have any kids. And then they're like, oh, yeah, we got home at 2 this morning. I'm like, what are you doing? You don't have anything else to do. Stay.
It's a different
Have
life.
a party. You don't have
I never
anything
understand.
else.
Rachel does that too. She comes home afterwards. I'd be like, no, spend the night.
Yes.
Have fun. Just relax.
Well, I didn't want to spend the night there. I sleep in my own bed or a very nice hotel bed. That's where I sleep.
Well, yes, that's what I'm suggesting. You stay in a hotel.
Yeah. Well,
No, but a very nice hotel.
Oh, a very
up to
nice
Rachel's
hotel,
standards.
says Rachel.
yeah, it's not a
not
comfort
just-
inn.
Well,
It's at least a Hampton Inn.
is there even a comfort inn in Toronto? I don't know.
There is in St. Thomas.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, there is. The hard sheets and the scratchy sheets and the hard bed. Scratchy sheets and hard bed.
This is due to underwhelming demand, the podcast that's not only underwhelming, it's underpaid, but
Yeah.
maybe not for long. We are going to welcome a new sponsor, Sparkle Princess Parties.
Perfect for us.
Momentarily.
Perfect
First,
for us.
I just want to let you know we're all here. We're Dave, Rachel, and Forman. And on the podcast today, let's see here. I have a new golf friend that I'll be
You
telling you
do.
about. Rachel's preparing for a garage sale weekend where she lives. And
Yeah.
Forman hates pretty much everything, but mostly cutting someone else's lawn.
And mostly was someone else's lawn mower.
Okay, got it. All right.
Okay.
But let's start with Sparkle Princess Parties, a new sponsor.
Yes, welcome, Abigale.
Mucho aplauso.
Mucho applauso, yes.
You may have
Abigale.
even seen her in the wild if you've been at an event somewhere and there's a tent and someone's doing face painting. That's Sparkle Princess Parties.
Probably.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. And I don't know if I'm going to mess up her name, but her last name is Vollmershausen. Abigale Vollmershausen. Anyway, she's
Well
the
done.
owner of Sparkle Princess Parties. She's based out of Woodstock, but she travels all around the region, and she does all kinds of things. She'll come to your, like a birthday party, or if you're having an event or some kind of carnival or, a kid-focused event, even if you're not a kid-focused event. She does face painting, glitter tattoos, hair tinsel, and she'll do theme parties, which means that she will come to your party and with like a craft or activity that's in the theme of whatever your party is and lead all the people through it.
Yeah,
So-
she is a children's entertainer, so she will come with everything you need for the party, entertain the kids, give them stuff to do,
Yeah.
have fun with them, whatever it may be. It could be anything you want, and you and her can work that out together to make sure that you have the best party.
Yeah. So you can look her up on Instagram, Sparkle Princess Parties with underscores in between, Sparkle_Princess_Party. Or
Got it.
look her up on Facebook, Sparkle Princess Parties. And you can contact her if you want her to come out to your event. She does have lots of varied pricing, of course, because it kind of depends on what she's bringing, what she's doing. But if you're looking for a children's entertainer to come to your party and help busy the kids, because who doesn't want that, then contact Abigale.
It's like perfect in the summertime. It doesn't even have to be like a kid's birthday party. It could be anything. You have a gathering, a family reunion, whatever. Get them outside, do some fun stuff with them. Look
Face
them up,
painting.
Sparkle Princess Parties. And we'll add in the phone number, email, whatever you need in the notes of this podcast. So you don't need to remember and write it down.
Her face
just
painting
looking.
is amazing.
Yeah, I'm
really
looking at
is.
some of the pictures.
It's unreal.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
She does great
Super
work.
fancy.
So there you go.
Yeah, she's got all kinds of different animals, but then she can also just paint fun designs like around your eye or on your forehead or whatever. So
Not at all.
for kids and adults. So Sparkle Princess Parties, check them out online, on Facebook, on Instagram. You can call her at 519-532-0149, and we'll put that up on the scroll at the bottom here.
Gotta
If
admit-
you're watching.
Got to admit, a Sparkle Princess Party for adults does sound interesting.
I mean, a little Sparkle Princess Party with a little sparkling wine, that's
It
not,
would never hurt.
it's not a bad night.
Not a bad night.
Just make sure you cut the grass first.
Oh,
To
Foreman.
host your party.
boy.
Foreman, here we go.
That's right.
All
That's
right.
right, Foreman. Cut the
3,
grass.
2, 1, go.
Just really isn't the most fun when it's someone else's lawn, and especially with someone else's lawn mower. Have you
Yeah.
ever been in that situation? And don't
Yes.
say yeah, Rachel, because I don't know if you've ever cut a lawn
No,
ever.
you've never cut the lawn
I've
ever
cut with a riding mower, yeah.
with a riding mower.
But I've never used a push
How
mower.
many one time have you done that? One
I used to
time?
do it a lot as a teen. I would help my
Huh.
dad. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And
That's
he
fair
would do
enough.
the push mower part, and I would do the
Sure,
riding
yeah.
lawnmower part.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Sure.
That is
Riding
that's what I
lawnmower
think
part
of people
seems
with
hard.
Well, it's people with riding lawnmowers who live in town, who have town-sized yards, and I think what a waste, because half of your yard
Yeah.
you have to go back out and do with the push mower anyway.
I know. It's so
Yeah, it was usually around the trees that he would have to do. But
Yeah.
we had a
Mhm.
we had a bigger
Gardens,
yard when
yeah.
I was growing up. So yeah.
Of course you did.
Ooh,
You had
must
the
be nice.
pool, and you had
Well,
the riding
no, it was just-
lawnmower, and sparkle princess parties.
Right.
You had it all going.
We never had those. We never got to have those. No.
Sure, I
Yeah,
don't believe
yeah.
that. I don't believe that.
But I can't even remember the last time I would have cut someone else's lawn with their mower in years, if ever. But I did. I just did.
Who's more? I'm sorry. First, whose lawn?
Barry Marlene's, my
Oh,
in-laws,
your
Ashley's
in-laws,
parents. Yeah.
and their mower.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you
How-
never cut their lawn before?
I don't think so. He's definitely cut mine, and thank you, Barry.
Of course he has.
Yeah.
What kind of
Okay.
lawnmower do you have? How old's your lawnmower, Foreman?
I have had that thing since, like, it has come from Ontario to Nova Scotia and back. I've had that since that's the first lawnmower I bought as an adult, and I still have it.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah.
It's
I have
a pull cord gasoline push mower from
Yeah.
Home Hardware.
Right.
Mine's I don't know what I've had mine since I moved into my house. It was brand new. I bought it brand new. I've had it serviced a couple of times because I don't want
Well,
to
you
buy a
have to
new
do
one.
that.
Well, I just want to keep it. I mean,
Sure.
I don't want to.
I could do that for you for a
Yeah.
price.
Yeah, I think
You
didn't
could
you start a
service it?
small engine repair in your driveway?
right.
I
Years
don't
ago.
believe you. I don't believe you could.
No, I do the
Yeah,
oil.
he-
I've replaced the blade. I'll do the
don't need
filter.
Wow.
I've done the muffler,
don't
the
think
spark
so.
plug.
I'm not going to you.
Wow.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
Okay.
going to you. All right.
Who
Running
taught you?
great.
Did you have to learn that yourself, or did Barry teach you all that?
YouTube.
YouTube.
teaches you
Okay, good
everything.
for you. And it still works, eh?
Absolutely, it does.
Wow,
yeah.
good. Foreman's got a
And
new
it's
gig.
but being an older one, like it's got its quirks. It's like having an older car. You know that how to tap the brakes and stuff like that.
Sure,
You
Yeah.
you know
just
what,
know.
you know exactly how it works. You know exactly how it operates. So,
And then in
is
your
it-
own lawn, you know exactly where to go and how big,
exactly.
wide the corners can be, and all,
then
you
the
know your
first one,
pattern.
how far
Sure.
away are your in-laws from your home? How far?
Oh, walking distance, 10 minutes.
Okay, so next question would be, then why the hell didn't you bring your own mower?
You're gonna walk 10 minutes with the boat. You're gonna push your
Well, you
mower
gotta
that
push it in the
long.
back of your, it's easy. Just lift it, put it in your trunk.
I
The
guess
back
you
of my Mazda 3.
Yeah, it'll fit. It'll fit. Stick it in
could.
there.
Oh, it'll stick out
Well,
the back.
I didn't.
Well, you
and-
should have.
Yes, because they always used to have a regular lawnmower, and in recent times, they've got all electric, battery powered everything,
Okay.
which seems simple unless you've never used it before, and you're
Yeah.
there alone using it for the first time.
Oh boy.
So this is a battery.
So you've never
operated-
used
Mower.
Oh, I
You've
don't
never-
think I would. I don't think I would like that. I use a battery operated weed whacker.
Yeah, well, same, I guess, but but it's really down to the mower, which
The mower,
I can get the
don't
battery
know.
in, and press the button, and then you move the lever down, and then it starts going, but it changes speeds based on how much grass is under it.
Oh, I wouldn't like
I'm
that.
thinking, why isn't it shooting the clippings out the side, but it's just bunching up underneath and then quitting?
what?
They don't know this yet.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Like I don't even understand.
Well, you know the grass that gets cut
Yes.
that's not attached to the ground anymore. Where
Yeah.
does it go?
Where does it go, Rachel? Yeah,
It
where
shoots
does
out
it
the
go,
side.
Rachel?
No,
Well,
not
actually,
in
it
theirs.
gets bagged because Jeremy bags it, so it doesn't get
See,
into
well,
the-
we don't bag. I don't bag mine because I know this is I'm not an expert on lawns, but I was told a long time ago, get a mulching mower. And a mulching mower is a mower with a blade that chops up the grass, supposedly.
Yeah, I think
and
it's
then
good for the
and
grass.
then you don't have to bag it. You don't have to bag it. It
but
sits
we don't
on
want
your
grass in the pool. That's why we bag it.
You have a fence around your pool. How's the grass get in?
No, not anymore.
Kids.
Feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
No, I don't have that problem.
I just rake on my lawn. I rake the grass, the tall, bunched up grass from the good sections onto the slightly dead sections and try and even. I feel like that's evening it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, that's a good
how you do
idea.
I don't think it works.
Maybe it helps it grow.
So where do you put your bagged grass then, Rachel?
Out for a yard waste day? I don't know.
But they don't take in the city, they don't take
I
grass.
think Jeremy
we don't
takes it to
get
the dump or the grass
green bins.
place or something.
That's
don't
what I
know.
miss. In St. Thomas, we had a green bin. In Halifax, we had a green bin. No green bin in Central Elgin.
No, you have to take your yard waste to a depot or something.
Well, yeah, but you can't bag your yard waste. That's the way it is in London anyway. That's why I wouldn't do it anyway, but that's why.
Well, this has turned very
Anyway.
riveting. But
Yeah, sorry. Go on. Keep
sorry,
going.
we're at a municipal council meeting right now.
Where do you take your... Why can't you bag it up?
Back to me struggling with someone
Okay.
else's mower.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Foreman, yeah.
I'm sure the neighbors
What's it
probably
like?
were watching and thinking, who is this complete idiot?
Yeah.
Has he never cut grass before? Like it was bunching, it was turning off, I was raking every 2 minutes. I couldn't get the corners right, so there's like long grass in between the strips where I'm mowing because I couldn't figure out how to line it
Wow,
up.
you really suck
thank
at
you.
cutting grass.
Oh, it was terrible.
God. Now, when all of that was going on, were you making any? Were you?
Oh, yeah. You can picture it.
Foreman swearing up a storm.
Absolutely picture it. Yeah.
Okay,
Were the
good.
neighbors outside? Did you see
No,
anybody?
thank goodness.
Oh, good. Okay. So nobody that you know of was watching you or could see you.
And it was a Saturday morning, and it was raining because it's rained for every day for like 2
Well,
weeks.
It
Yeah,
seems to have.
that
Yeah.
is true.
Well, I'm doing it anyway, so I'm
Yeah.
Needs to be done.
raining. I'm
Yeah, that's
going
why no one's
over
outside.
the areas
Clearly,
over and over
your
again.
your
Nobody
in-laws,
else is cutting their grass in the rain.
Yeah.
Nope.
Clearly, your in-laws who were away, are they back?
They're back now.
Yeah. How did they enjoy the treatment to your lawn?
Did they
Nothing
comment?
was said about theirs because I learned that while they were away, they were at their other daughter's house, so my brother and sister-in-law's
Right.
place, which is a much larger country property. And they were gone for an equal amount of time as Barry and Marlene were away from here.
Okay.
So, which resulted in Barry having to cut their grass,
And
which they have a riding lawnmower and a large country lot.
Okay. So that's
And
a lot
it's-
more work.
And it's not the riding lawnmower you remember as a child, Rachel, because these ones don't have steering wheels anymore. They just got the levers. And
What?
Can spin on the spot.
Yeah, I don't know how to work that.
And I sure
I
would
had a
have loved to
steering
see
wheel.
that video.
that would have been fun.
Listen,
would've
if
been
Barry
funny.
can tap trees and make maple syrup, he can figure out the levers on a lawnmower.
Uh-huh.
He figured it out, but I bet you the experience was similar to mine.
Lots of swearing.
There you go.
No
So
neighbors, though. No
every-
neighbors.
Yeah,
Everything worked out well then.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's a happy ending.
Oh,
Thanks, Foreman.
I love to
That's
hear
very
stories about Foreman learning new skills. Great
nice.
job.
I like a happy ending.
Yeah.
Thanks, Foreman.
Next time, I'm still bringing my own, though.
This is due to Underwhelming Demand. We're a podcast. Well, it must be a podcast. How else could you be listening to us? We're Dave, Rachel, and Forman, and we want to welcome back to our podcast Keenan and Keenan Handyman Services.
Yes. They've been very busy lately, they told me. So if you're looking for some work to get done around your house, something that maybe you've been putting off or you can't do yourself or maybe you just don't want to do, you can call Jen and Jonny Keenan. Jonny is the handyman and Jen is the woman that the woman of all skills behind the scenes. She does
got
all
it,
the
yes.
admin,
Got
right?
it.
So quotes and conversations are always free. That's what they always say. And you can contact them for all kinds of jobs. Maybe you need help with a deck or some painting or lots
Even
of
landscaping.
oh, yeah. Well, now's the time of year for that, right?
Helping you design things, bounce ideas off. Any small change a light fix, change a wall switch. Like,
yeah, I don't know how to do that. And if I didn't have Jeremy, I would have to call a handyman for sure to change something simple like that, right? Sometimes
install
you
a
just need...
dishwasher.
Yeah.
Take an old dishwasher out.
Sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I used to say my favorite tool was my checkbook.
Your checkbook.
Now it's my
tap
phone.
your phone.
I just click on my phone. Here you go. Come and fix it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they will.
And they will. Yeah, they're licensed and insured, so you can call them, and they're all legit. And Jonny will come out. He does great work. They've had a lot of people that they've done work for leave some pretty fantastic reviews. Lisa in Ingersoll said, I had a rotting deck that was taken out and replaced. I added a couple of extra jobs, and there was no issue getting them done. Work was completed quickly, and the mess was cleaned up, which, by the way, is very important.
Oh, my gosh.
If they're going to leave a mess.
Johnny
does not. Johnny does not. Jose in Belmont says they were very easy to work with. They finished the job within a day and even charged under the quoted amount.
Wow. I love that.
Who does that?
2025?
Holy cow.
My
You're
goodness.
leaving money on the table.
That says everything you need to know right there.
That's it. That's all you need.
These are honest people, I'm telling you. Laura in Dorchester said, I had Jonny for 2 projects at my home now. He arrives on time, works efficiently and effectively. First job came in under quote, and the second was on budget. He's friendly and helpful and has a genuine desire to make you happy, and was able to find a difficult solution for a vent issue in my home. So they can help with all kinds of stuff if you're looking for just help getting any projects done around your house or something you've been putting off.
And anywhere around southwestern Ontario, London, Elgin, Middlesex, Oxford, Norfolk County, even keenanhandymanservices.com. But we'll put all the emails and the phone numbers again in the notes, so you don't have to go searching for them. They're going to be right there to make it super easy. Check them out, Keenan and Keenan on Facebook as well.
There you go.
Keenan and Keenan. keenanhandymanservices.com. Yeah, visit their website.
Those are great reviews. I love them.
I know, right?
This is Due to Underwhelming Demand. It's a podcast. It's the podcast that's always underwhelming and sometimes understood.
Sometimes, but not overwhelmingly.
I think sometimes it's okay. I think sometimes it's the perfect word there.
Sure.
I'm not sure if the two of you are aware of this, but I enjoy the occasional game of golf.
Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
How often do you golf, Dave?
What do you mean by, like, when you say how often, what does that mean?
How many times
Is
a
it
week?
all 8 days a week, or?
No, not 8 days a week.
8
No,
days.
no, I don't do 8 days a week. It's 4 or
6?
5. 4 or 5 if I
6
can
and a half.
squeeze
4 or 5 now.
4 or 5.
Wow, it was 3 when we had jobs.
No, I've upped my game now. Up my game.
You really have,
and
yeah.
I play with
literally.
I've been playing with a couple of guys for we just started our 3rd year playing together. We've gotten
weren't you playing with a bunch of other guys?
Yeah, but then that's the difference. You don't have time for that.
That
story.
group's falling apart.
That's
Okay,
a
we're on to a new
story.
group here.
This is a new group.
New foursome.
Well, actually, no. It's just 3 of us.
Oh,
Is this the old man breakfast group?
Yeah, this is who I go and have breakfast
I was
with in
actually
the
thinking
wintertime.
about your old man breakfast recently because I saw a bunch of old men having breakfast when I was out for breakfast with my old man.
David,
And
is that you?
It wasn't Dave, so I
No,
wondered
I
how
wouldn't
your
have been
old
there.
man breakfasts were going.
No, that's
Okay.
not where I was, but it's probably where I was in the wintertime. I'm not there now.
All right.
I'm not there now. Anyway, yes, they're good guys. They took me into their threesome when I was looking for someone to play with. Their twosome, I should say. There was just the 2 of them. and they've accepted me, and we have a little game now. We play for a little money. We know each other very well.
Did you put them on to that, playing for money?
Nope. They invited me in. They watched me play for a while. I did one of those. What do you call it when you
hustle? You hustled them?
I sandbagged.
Right.
I looked worse than I was.
Hustle. Yes.
For a long time. My golf game had kind of petered out a little bit, and then they invited me into a money game because they realized I was about as good, maybe not quite as good as they were, and there was a good chance that they could win some money off of me.
Oh, okay.
And I quickly got better.
Right.
Because that's how I vote. That's the way to work.
You just needed the motivation.
I just needed, that's right, Forman. I just needed, so we have a little money game. It's not a lot of money. It's a little bit of money. You can maybe win a couple of bucks on a day. Highly unlikely. Today I won a quarter. I'm rich.
A quarter?
But I know, a whole quarter.
I always knew when Dave had a good golf day because he would jingle jangle his change down the hallway.
I don't do that
You could hear him
anymore.
coming.
Yeah, because my wife said, stop doing that. So I don't do that anymore. I keep my winnings in a container, and I'm okay. I'm ahead for now.
Oh, good.
So I can always, so I've
You have
always
a
got
special
that
jar
to go.
for that?
That's right.
Good.
So I never feel like I'm losing.
So
I haven't
when
lost
someone
money
needs
yet.
a coffee at your house, that's the jar they go to?
That's right.
There's enough for one.
Yeah.
That's right. Anyway, what happens though when you're at, and I play at there are members at my golf course. I'm a member, but it's a public golf course. So people, I call them. You've heard me to refer to the momos before. A momo is a golfer who maybe plays. I don't know. You can play 5, 6, 7 times a year, but a momo is a golfer comes out to a public golf course and thinks that he's a Rory McIlroy. He plumb bobs with his putter. He takes 4 or 5 practice swings.
Right.
He does all of that stuff. He scuffs. He does all, and then he chunks it, right?
Nice.
And he's in
Yeah.
front of you, and you hate that.
That's
You
like
just
me.
Hate that because it slows
I
you down.
line it up
So-
perfectly.
Yeah. But if you have a threesome and you're surrounded by foursomes, it can get tedious because we're quicker and they're not as quick as we are.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we had someone who joined us my first year playing with these guys. They just said, "Oh, by the way, they're coming tomorrow. Are you okay with that?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I don't care who plays with this. Sure. 4 is always better than 3 because it's not slow." So anyway, I played with this person 2 years ago. I think maybe 10, maybe 12 times. And then last year, they didn't come at all. And I think I asked at one point, "Hey, they've got some issues. Some, they can't, so they can't play golf or whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Anyway, so this year, this person is all in. And I was informed by one of the 2 guys I play with, they want to play, and they want to play a lot this year. I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I don't really care." And now this year is here, and over the last few weeks, we haven't had a lot of golf days because it's been cold and rainy and all that stuff. But whenever we do have a good day, this person shows up. This person is female, by the way. I didn't mention that.
Oh, okay.
I conveniently left out the fact that she's a female. So she's not in our golf game at all.
She's not at your breakfasts, I bet, either.
No,
she's not invited to. I haven't seen her.
You're quite exclusive with your lifestyle.
Not necessarily. Anyways, she's a very nice lady. She's an older than me, and I know that's hard for you guys to imagine.
Wow, really?
I know. Older than me. At one point, she said, "What are you in your mid something?" the other day, and I went, "No, but thank you." So I felt good about that.
That's
I felt
nice.
pretty. I was like,
It's because you're a very young spirit, David.
Yes,
Yes.
that's right. Could be the
she
2
picked
young
up on
women I live with. That
Sure,
could be
yes, it
something
keeps
to
you
do.
young.
So
Yeah.
whatever works.
That's right.
So anyway, she's joined us. Now, here's the thing. Not last year, but the year before when she played with us, she didn't really bother me. She can play. But she has a habit of she's not taking it overly serious. She's not really keeping score, But so that means if she hits a lousy shot, she'll often drop another ball and just hit another one, which can get kind of annoying if you're not expecting that.
Oh,
right?
That's what I do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's not how golf works. That's not how we play golf. We don't. If you hit a bad shot, you have to accept that, and you hit your next shot when you get to that bad shot.
Okay.
So anyway, but that's fine.
That
it's all
sounds
right.
like a real stickler thing to do.
Yeah, she only played.
What about that youthful spirit, Rachel?
Yeah.
Anyway, so now she's playing with us more often. So now she's like, who books the tea times? That's my job. We all have a job in the foursome. One guy keeps score. The other guy, I think, buys beer if we ever need a beer, but I don't know exactly what he does. And I book all the tea times. You can book 8 days in advance, and I do that. I'm up early. I book the tea times. So she asked, who's booking the tea times? So, my one buddy says, Dave's doing that. Oh, well, I don't. I think we're playing a little too early. It's a little chilly. I'm like, I don't care.
Don't say that to Dave.
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh, boy.
Like, you get what you get, and you don't get upset. Right?
It's too early. Oh.
Yeah, it's too early. And you know what too early is, Forman? 9 o'clock.
Oh. Well, it's not very warm out yet at 9.
No, it's not. I don't care.
It will be soon.
I
like
don't
in
care.
July, you're going to want to be out there at 7 or 8.
It's supposed to be. She says to me one day, she goes, well, did you not check the forecast? No, I don't check for a forecast that's 8 days away. It's, the end of May. I'm booking 9 o'clock. You don't like it. But I didn't say don't come. I just said.
Yeah. So does she have any other friends that she could golf with, or
apparently not?
Chooses to be with you. Okay.
Apparently she chooses.
And why does she not have other friends?
I don't know. That's what I'm beginning to wonder.
So
anyway,
who brought her into this group?
I'm not sure. I'm going to try.
It wasn't you.
Actually, I will try to find that out.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday we played, and I was
9.
18 holes at 9, and I was becoming, and she was complaining about today's tea time yesterday. Well, too early for me. I'm like, good, don't come. I just said to her, it was the only time I could get. I don't want to play at 2 in the afternoon. I would prefer to play at 9, but sometimes you can't. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, well, it's too early for me. Great. So you won't be here tomorrow? Wonderful. I say to myself.
Right.
Anyway, she became
if it was
mildly,
me, though, he would say it to me.
Yeah, mildly annoying yesterday. She doesn't follow the golf etiquette. Sometimes she's chatting when she shouldn't be chatting.
Oh, in the backswing? I hate that.
Or sometimes she likes
golf
to
101.
She likes to drive her cart ahead when one of us maybe hit one of those lousy shots that we have to still go and hit the second one, and she's 50 yards up, and you have to go, hey, we're back here.
Good, a target.
You can't go ahead of everyone's ball.
No,
you have to stay behind the last ball.
Anyway, so I thought to myself yesterday after I left, I'm like, I'm starting to get annoyed. Should I say something to the other two guys? Because I'm wondering, is it just me? Am I going to go straight to hell because am I the one?
She's ruining the vibe.
Yeah. Am I the only one? Like, she's starting to annoy me all of a sudden.
I think step one, maybe if you've got the 3 of you without her at a moment, you could be like,
yeah,
what do you guys think?
Yeah.
And then if that doesn't go anywhere and nothing changes, then it looks like tea times might, the only time I could get is 8.
Yeah, exactly. I'm booking 6 a.m.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, if the 3 of you decide you don't want to play with her, who gets to tell her that?
Well, this is the problem.
No one has to if Dave starts progressively making earlier and earlier tea time.
Yeah.
She'll leave.
So anyway, that was
Typically,
yesterday.
I like to stick up for the
annoyed.
women, but in this case, I'm like, I could see that's annoying.
So I'm annoyed, and I think to myself, I know she's not playing today because it's way too early for her. So I'm actually going to say something something to the other boys today. I'm going to go,
Yeah.
is she starting to annoy you, or am I the only one that's getting annoyed? Except that I showed up, I drove into the parking lot this morning, and there she was.
Oh.
For the early tea time.
Came in.
Boy.
And I just went, well, there's my day spoiled.
How she's treating you guys is how I would treat my husband, but not other men. Like not other people. Like if I'm in a foursome, like I wouldn't, not that I would be rude to him, but I would say things like, well, I don't want to play at that time, right? Like I would
Exactly.
I would ask for the adjustments, but I wouldn't ask for an adjustment if it was a group decision already.
See.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, she wanted my phone number so she could contact me. And I went, no, you can't have my phone. I am never giving you my phone number.
Oh, boy.
Ever, ever, ever.
Yeah.
Anyway, today was way worse. I mean, way worse, to the point where at one point she squanked a shot. So she squanked her shot to the right. We all saw her do it. And she's like, and she talks a lot. And so I'm next. She was sort of off to my right.
You did
so
work
I'm
in
hitting
radio.
next. I'm hitting next. I'm getting ready to hit a shot. She's now behind me and whistles a ball by my head because she hits another shot.
What?
So I said to the boys, what the hell was that? And so Charlie says, I'll speak to her. I said, no, don't bother. Just leave it alone. Don't bother. But he did.
You can't be hitting another shot if someone's standing right there.
So then he did. He spoke, and she was like, I'm really sorry. I wasn't even thinking. And I'm like, yeah.
You have to look at where you're hitting it, though. Yeah. Look, there's someone standing in front of me. I shouldn't hit.
Second last hole is a par 3. I'm hitting last. The other 3 have already hit. I take a practice swing, and she takes off in her cart all the way to the green. And I looked at the other boys and said, what the hell's going on? Mm-hmm. And they're like, so I went, well, I'm hitting.
Yeah.
I have to hit. She's not looking. She's at the green. So I hit right at her. Not intentional.
Well, no, yeah.
I'm not that good.
You all have to wait at the same, you all have to be at the same spot so nobody gets hit.
4! I'm screaming 4, and she's like,
boy.
oh, she looks out of the ball. It didn't come close to her. It didn't come that close to her.
Yeah,
And then
but
she's
still.
like, oh, I'm really sorry, Dave. What would you do for? So what do you say, Forman? Just keep booking
what do you
early
say,
and
Forman?
early.
I'm golfing at 6. I'm golfing at 6.
I might
I'm
find
avoiding
a
the
new foursome.
confrontation, and I'm golfing at 6.
I wish I was a better golfer. I might have hit her. I don't know. That's a terrible thing to say.
I'd find a new foursome.
This is due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast with the upcoming companion children's book, The Little Podcast That Could. It's far more relatable when you think about it for 21st century kids, don't you think?
It's true.
The little podcast
The
that could.
YouTube channel that could is
exactly.
another. By the way, our YouTube channel is trying, so
Okay, well,
please subscribe.
I have friends who say you absolutely should watch us on YouTube because our reactions, including Rachel yawning constantly, are worth the price of admission.
It's very late.
It's very late.
Right
That's
now.
right.
It's too late.
Anyway,
and I'm tired.
Look for The Little Podcast That Could.
Yes.
Available as soon as Rachel writes it. So that would
Yes,
be
among everything else that I do for
That's
our
right. I hope
little
you can get to
podcast
that
here.
if you don't
Okay.
mind. Yeah.
Something else I've been doing lately is getting ready for our garage sale. Big garage sale weekend here in my town, and I'm getting ready for.
Is that this coming weekend as we record this?
As I record this, yeah, May 31st, the day after my birthday, and tomorrow is Forman's birthday. As we're recording this, so
Yeah, joke's
It's
on
already
all you.
happened.
You tried to make a big deal about my age last week, and I'm still 39.
Yeah. Well, bottom line is,
still today.
it's not
Yeah.
really.
By the time you hear this podcast, both of us
this
will
is
have had a
all
birthday.
irrelevant. Okay, good.
Right.
Okay,
That should have been the name of the podcast. This is all irrelevant.
This is all irrelevant.
Why didn't we call it that?
Yeah, well, that'll
Writing
be the
that
title
down,
of this
so-
episode.
Exactly. I'm writing that
Next
down
episode,
to not
I'm
forget.
putting that down.
Don't forget that.
Yeah, that's right.
It is all
Right, so it's garage sale
irrelevant.
weekend. This is all, what is it? Irrelevant.
It's garage sale weekend, except it's already over. How
It's
did it
already
go?
over. Well, I hope we got rid of all of our crap.
Did you sell the
Yeah.
CPAP for $7?
That sold years ago, Foreman. That's long gone. This year we're getting rid of most of the toys that are in our.
CPAP. That's the funniest.
If you miss it, we talked about that on our radio show because
I went when we mentioned that a couple weeks ago. I
Yeah.
went back through the archives to try and find that bit, and I couldn't.
You couldn't find
that's
it.
too bad.
Oh, it was way too
I don't
far.
Too
know.
bad. Yes.
Well, my stepdad had a CPAP device, like he was selling the tubing for it or something. I don't know, whatever part that you can sterilize, he was selling. And I think I put he's like, just sell it for whatever. And so I think I put $10 on it. Some guy like hassled me for $7. And and these guys are all like, "Is that how much your life
Why would
is
you
worth?
want that?
Your life
What are you
is
gonna
worth
do
$7."
with that?
Well, I don't know. It's the tube for some. I don't really know how they work, so I don't know.
Yes, but if it's got any
It's not the
value
part
at
you put
all,
in
why
your
are
mouth.
you trying to dicker it down?
Yes, it's life or death.
It's like for death. What
And he hassled it.
I
Here's
need
how
one of
we-
these. Would you sell it for $5?
Sure. And that's
No.
how we garage sale, Jeremy and I. We will
So
just
roll the
put-
dice again tonight.
Hopefully it works. There's no crack in it. We will put a price on something, but then if somebody's like, "Will you take this much?" We're like, "Yes." The end.
Please.
Like, fine.
Yes.
We'll just. I don't
Get it
care.
out of my house.
Because once you have gone through your home and organized everything and gotten it onto your driveway, I am not taking all that back in. It is not coming
No.
back in the house. It
So
is
you
either
never
being
take- so let me
sold
ask-
for a penny or it's going to Goodwill. Like,
Oh,
we
okay.
are not bringing that back in the house.
Okay, so anything that doesn't sell goes immediately in the trunk
Yep.
and goes somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't want to deal with it. I've already gotten it out of my house. It's physically out. I'm not
Right.
bringing it back in. Most
Right.
of the battle with garage sailing is just getting everything organized ahead of time. It's not the actual sale itself. It's the going through toys. So even tonight before this podcast, me and Jeremy and the kids are down here in the basement going through all their toys. I'm like, can we get rid of these dolls? Can we get rid of this play set? Can we get rid of this play kitchen? Can we get like stuff that has just been sitting there and no one cares about? And they'll say, oh, well, sometimes we play with that. I'm like, how many times do you play? You play with it one time a year?
No,
It's
exactly.
going. We're getting rid of it. All you guys care about is your iPads anyway. I'm getting rid of all your toys. Like you have nothing left. Toys and play outside. I don't know. Do something else. Or iPads and go outside. So all you want to do is be on YouTube. Whatever. So
Right.
Keep a soccer ball and you're good.
keep a soccer ball. We have outdoor toys. That's fine. Because
Yeah.
in the summer we're outside all the
So
time.
no more toys ever. These
Well-
kids are never getting another toy.
No, I'm not. I don't think I bought any toys for Christmas last Christmas.
I don't believe you at all.
No,
I can't-
that does
I
not
don't-
sound truthful.
No, that doesn't sound
Oh,
truthful.
well, they got a video game system. And that was the big thing.
Okay.
I don't think I bought any toys. No.
There's a small pause, but enough of a pause between. They got a video game system.
Yeah, they did get a video game.
Oh,
Yeah. So that was their big thing, right?
We should follow this up in a few months, but
Which
okay.
they still
sure.
don't. They don't play with enough ever. Like, what a
With
waste
the
of
video,
money.
the video game system.
play more
Yes.
video games.
Yeah, what's wrong with you kids?
Well, I got them a
Stop
VR
reading.
headset.
Stop playing outside. Get in here and play with this video game system.
Yeah, like it's a.
You bought the VR headset? Yes. Must be nice.
I know. Julia wanted it, and I was like, okay, well, they're not getting much else. Like, I don't. So I was like, fine, this will be like you're not getting a lot else, but this is your big gift for everybody,
Sure.
both of you, and whatever. It's
Why don't you just put it out for the garage sale?
Well, I'm not doing that.
They're not. Are they using it?
No, not very much.
Give you $7.
No, it was way more than
They'll
$7.
throw in the CPAP machine.
Because
Yeah.
here's the other thing that happens with garage sales.
8.
People
Final
want
offer.
people want stuff for nothing, like
Yeah.
a CPAP
course
machine
you do.
for
I know.
$7.
That's the whole
Right?
point.
Yeah.
Now, we don't sell things for very much either. Like you were like, books, 25 cents, like I don't care. I just want it out of here. Some people really love to sell things for pricey amounts.
Oh, really?
Books, $5 each. No,
right.
thanks.
No, that's not a garage sale price. So, and actually we're having a used book sale for our home and school association because as you know, Veep. So, we are running that on garage sale day.
Fun
so I have to
side-
go and help with that. So not only my own garage sale, but that one. And
Bow
Side
down
note,
to you.
guess who's the vice president? The vice president of the swim club now.
you are not.
Ashley is.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
and you're the announcer for every event?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
You're
The Vice
in for
President
life.
says.
And here's a word of advice to Ashley. Nobody else will ever be vice president, so you are in that role forever because nobody else ever wants it. I can guarantee that.
It just
You're
kind of
stuck.
happened to her. Yeah.
Exactly. Same.
All right, so you
So we were getting everything out for the garage
Do you
sale.
put prices on everything? Do you like sit down the night, a couple
I
of nights
try,
before,
or
and
I
put
buy
little
those
prices?
stickers that are easy, or I just put like all the books in a box and say 25 cents. I don't know, whatever, $1.
Do you
I don't
have?
care.
Should I come to wherever this is taking place? Should I, if I were to come, I don't carry cash. Can I use my phone?
Well, you could e-transfer me, I guess.
You cannot
But
tap
most
your
people
phone
have-
like
at
a
a garage
quarter? I
sale.
can.
No, I
if
don't
it's
have like
25,
a tap for you.
25 cents a book. Can I?
You can't tap for 25 cents.
No, you
I
have
don't
to
wa-
bring cash.
I don't
think.
like to bring cash.
I think people go and get cash to go garage sailing.
Do they?
Yeah,
Have
because
to.
you get the early birds, right? Like so they're out at 7 a.m. or 6:30, and they're circling to see who's open. They want to get the good deals. They want to get the good stuff before it's all gone.
Wow.
They're prepared. They're out there early, and they always have cash.
Are there good deals?
Lots
And
of
is
cash.
there anything worth even buy? Do you buy from anybody else that's selling?
Sometimes, if I find something good.
But that's the whole.
But I don't
point.
often have time to go shopping.
Wait a second. That's the whole point of this is to get rid of stuff.
Oh my God. Yes. Well, last year our neighbors were getting rid of a barbecue play set and Julia was like, I want that. So they gave it to her. Do you think she touched it at all this whole year? I'm like, you are 10 years old. There's no way you're going to play with that. Yeah.
Now you have to sell it.
Yeah. So I said, I'm putting that back out for the garage sale, by the way, on your driveway. So you can make money on this.
Yeah.
And it's
Wow.
going to be sold. Like, we are not keeping this
I'm-
we basically stored it for them in our basement for a year. That's what we did.
So
yeah, it's going.
while you're selling a lot of your stuff, as much as you can, and then what you can't sell goes in the car and it's
Yeah,
going to Goodwill.
it's gone.
But you're also out wandering around buying everybody else's junk.
Well, I don't have.
Reaccumulating.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, but not always.
Well, I salute
it's
your
mostly
town
the kids
for.
reaccumulating.
I salute your town for doing a great job of recycling.
Sure.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you can, if you're looking for toys, like when I was a young mom and I had little kids, buying toys and stuff like that from garage sales was the best.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
They
for
were
that
so
kind of
cheap.
stuff, especially the little kid stuff and babies, there's absolutely no
Yeah.
reason to buy any of that brand new.
No, you get
Wait
tons
a
of
second.
stuff.
So you're okay with that? You're okay with buying other people's toy, especially young kids' toys that they
Yeah.
chewed and slobbered and done all of that stuff.
Well, I mean, it's typically the stuff
but
that's in
you're
good shape.
very, very particular about the sheets in your hotel room.
Oh yes. I'm not buying used sheets at a garage sale. I'll tell you that. Buy my own brand new, comfortable, down-filled bedding. Thank you very much.
But they match the mattress down the street.
The one outside, leaning up against the brick wall.
That's been outdoors in the rain for the past 2 weeks.
This is due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman. And shout out to our sponsors this week. We're so happy to have them. Sparkle Princess Parties and Keenan and Keenan Handyman Services. We're telling you they're good. You should know. We wouldn't tell you that if we didn't know that.
We wouldn't lie to you.
No.
And in
we wouldn't do
fact,
that.
boy, do they ever work well together. You call Keenan and Keenan to get the jobs done that you need first, and
Sure.
then you're
Have
ready
your
to
party.
host a Sparkle Princess party.
That's exactly right.
That's perfect, actually.
That's perfect. Yes, that
Well,
is
that
perfect.
worked out, didn't it?
It really did.
We'll put
And
their
if you-
contact information in the show notes, and it'll be here
it's all
on
there.
your screen
It's all
if
there
you're
for you.
watching YouTube. There you go.
If you would like to sponsor the podcast, you can do that. There's many ways to get a hold of us. Best way is to go to our website, underwhelming.ca, or you can email us, daverachelforman@gmail.com. We're on social media. You can contact us pretty much anywhere. And if you do contact us, well, we like that because we like to hear from you. So
Yeah.
if something moves your needle, if you disagree with something, if you hate one of us, if you love one of us, it doesn't matter. Let us know what you think. We want to know what you're thinking, and this is the part of our little podcast where we get some feedback.
It doesn't really work if you don't feed back to us. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
We like that. We need that. We crave that.
Yes,
Yeah.
do
That's
we
why
ever.
we do this.
And in fact, thank goodness for you and for people like, oh gosh, now I've lost her name.
Uh-oh.
And for people like Ainsley,
Okay.
Ainsley.
who back in January, when I was discussing problems with the guy who cuts my hair,
Oh
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever happened with that? Did you go back to him?
but last time I went, he was so late. He forgot his scissors in his car. He was he kept getting distracted with other people and other things going on. And I'm just sitting there like, supposed to be getting my hair cut here, buddy. Let's
Right.
go. And he owns the place.
Who can
Oh,
forget?
boy.
If you're a, I'm sorry, but
Master barber.
if you're a barber,
Wow.
it's like when I was on the radio, I never forgot my headphones. If you're a
No.
barber, you don't forget your scissors in the car.
Right.
Right.
Why are they in
That
the
was-
car? Why don't you just leave them at work?
That's
You
right.
own the place.
I don't know. That was the last straw. And I
That's
thought,
weird.
You know what? Someone recommended I go somewhere else. And I
Right.
looked back through the messages, and it was Ainsley who said, "Yeah, Forman, my husband goes to Angry Bear Barber in St. Thomas."
St. Thomas.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hope this isn't the place you had issues with. It is not. But if not, I highly recommend checking them out. My husband's been going there for 6+ years, and now we take our sons. If you go, book with Scotty or Toby. And I was with Toby this morning, and it was lovely.
Look at your
Wow,
hair.
look at your hair.
I was going to say that's well
Look at that
done.
fade.
Wow,
That's a good haircut.
Yeah.
that's a haircut.
Fast, easy.
Typically, I notice your haircuts, but I didn't today. Good thing you pointed that out.
'Cause it's
Don't
getting-
worry, you guys never notice mine.
No, typically, no, we don't.
Yeah. Oh, I do notice. I thought you meant typically I don't notice.
Typically, we don't notice.
I know. Okay. So
Try
Angry
to.
Bear is a good one.
Yeah, although not a sponsor, but they're welcome to be.
They're
Sure.
welcome
You can
anytime.
just tell Toby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. By the way,
all right.
also message from Dave and Elmer
Okay. Dave.
sent to me,
I
but
haven't heard from Dave for a little while.
I know. Yeah. It's about you, Rachel, and I
Oh.
don't know if it's getting back to Rachel, obviously.
Okay.
Dave says that I hope my new gig is going well. Yes, for sure. But side note, can you please find out what course Rachel and her women's group is golfing at so it can be avoided at all costs the days they are there? Haha, Dave and Elmer.
Should I tell you? I don't know if I should tell Dave, or it's just a surprise maybe for him.
It's a public service. Look, if you
It's
if
a
you,
public service.
If you don't want to help the public, if you don't want to spare
I don't need to help the public in this case.
the
no.
pain and suffering that could happen to somebody who's stuck behind you, that's
Right.
fine. That's fine.
She's
Public
already a
service.
fivesome, soon to be sixsome with that lady Dave doesn't want.
Yeah,
No,
you
we
can
don't
have
want
her.
We don't want her because she seems too hardcore for us. Much too
I don't
aloof.
know. I think that's what you got to.
We are very relaxed, but we are not aloof. I can tell you that.
That would be the funniest thing ever if somehow, David, you get her into Rachel's group.
Oh
Let
no,
me see if I can do that.
No.
When are you golfing?
because they'll make
again?
us do 3 and 3. I'm going out this Thursday, actually.
Thursday.
Thursday
Okay.
evening, though.
I'll
We
message you later.
don't- She does like late times. We have to go after work.
Yeah, she likes it when it.
Perfect.
Hates getting up early.
Yeah, clearly. Okay. I have a message from Lindsay DeVoe. Now that we know how to say her name, Lindsay from Halifax. Hey guys, it's still great listening to you, and thanks to Eileen for reminding me, as I've been busy with my hubby being away, that I am still waiting to see the finished project of that puzzle.
Oh, pfft. The Costco puzzle
Lindsay's
you mailed
the
to
one-
Rachel's house. Yeah.
Lindsay's the one that sent you the Costco puzzle.
Where is it,
Rachel,
Forman?
It's on a shelf in the kids' toy closet.
Okay. Rachel, if you're going to be the one that does the puzzle, Forman needs to help you. That is my request. You heard it here, folks. Hey,
Easy.
Forman, also, side note, Halifax Fleet Week is coming up.
Oh, time to go sailor shopping.
That wasn't some sailor shopping. That would be fun, yeah. Oh,
Fleet's
to be single in Halifax.
During Fleet Week.
Yeah,
Only during Fleet Week.
right. That's the only time it would be advantageous, I guess. Go sailor shopping. That's funny.
Ooh, the Dutchmen are here.
Is that what they are?
There'll be Dutch sailors, there'll be German sailors, American sailors,
Oh,
British
they all
sailors,
just come? Oh,
Spanish sailors,
Take your
really?
pick.
Canadian sailors.
I thought it was just like all the Canadian sailors coming home or something.
No, it's an international Fleet Week.
Oh, okay.
No. Everyone's on
like
their
that.
Sunday, putting on their Sunday best, their
Yeah.
white shoes.
You're so naive, Rachel.
What do I know? I don't live there, or I don't know.
You've never experienced Fleet Week?
No. Wouldn't that be lovely, though?
Isn't that why your husband's away, Lindsay? Because he's a sailor?
Is he away?
I think that, yeah. I don't
Does
want
he
to go
come back
down.
during Fleet Week, or is it
I
a
don't
different?
know. I don't want to go
different
further
sailor?
down that road while she can't immediately respond. So
That's right. It's not worth it. I think we're...
I thought you cut that off way earlier.